Cool.
philosophical question.
It's in
Started.
the middle of the night, and you can't sleep. Boy,
Mm,
that's the premise.
okay.
So probably around first night, meaning I gotta put Ellings back in his office because the bastard probably fell asleep at his desk. Just give him a nice little angle to put his face on the desk. There you go.
8 stunning angles. I mean,
So yeah, you're heading down, and you come into the main living room.
move myself. Ugh.
And you hear a noise, and go ahead and roll an observation for me.
Oh my god.
It's so noir. Love it.
Was that 3 successes? Your
Yeah.
Okay. You hear a noise that can only be described as either the sound of a switchblade coming out or a lighter being
Of course. Of course. You look toward the source of the noise, even though he probably has an idea of already like who it is.
You see Abner fucking Rayfield on the couch, still hooked up to all the medical supplies and the blood bags and everything, and he looks awful. And he is lighting a cigarette.
He's gonna look at him and just quietly be like, shouldn't do that with all that stuff hooked up to, you know?
If I didn't die from all this, and a cigarette takes me out, I deserve to go. And he takes a puff.
Well, so be it. Tell that to the medics in the morning.
He exhales and smoke rises. Because this man doesn't give a shit about smoking indoors.
He just like looks at him, and he's just like, "Well, you believe what we're telling you now about all this that exists? Because it does, and it definitely nearly killed you."
I'll be straight with you. I don't remember how I got on that roof. It's just I was on the sidewalk and the next I was falling.
Well, I'd tell you why, but I already probably know the answer to that.
The answer?
Yeah, you're not gonna believe me.
Maybe.
Well, since you're a part of Guardians now, I can actually tell you. You remember us telling you about the gargoyles, right?
Yeah, you and your friends already ran that number by me.
Well, then that's what got you and dragged you up to the roof, or should I say, dropped you off on the roof. Might have looked at one without realizing it.
I'm not exactly faint of memory.
Well,
You'd think I'd know if I saw this gargoyle you're talking about.
well, did you?
He froze his brow. Takes a long drag on his cigarette. I don't know what I saw. But I don't. And he points at you with a cigarette in both between fingers. Think it was a flying lizard. Or whatever you're trying to say it was.
And like rolls his eyes because there's no point. He's not. If that did not convince him, nothing will.
He repositions slightly, and he's just like, "Oh."
Easy. He'll go over and see if he needs help at all.
Go ahead and roll intelligence medical.
Can actually do that roll now. I'm happy. It's not a big roll, but I can do it.
This guy is fucked up.
He
got really beat up, and you can tell by the way Abner is not exactly wiggling, but just trying to reposition, that he's one of those guys that does not like being down for long.
He's gonna attempt to help him get to it, to the position he's trying to get himself into. And just be like, believe me, I know what it's like to be down and out, and I don't like it either. But you can't push yourself. And he like
Go ahead, sorry.
like kind of does a motion to like his hand, missing hand, and he's just like, hey, you don't think I wanted to get right back into it with this gone? Yeah, I know this feeling.
He takes a long look at your hand, Tomo.
He kind of like, under his breath, is just like, probably not the best thing. Went out the same night after this happened, but
He says that all in one go.
yeah.
I can't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, Abner Rayfield has failed a perception roll. I'm in shock. And he's just looking at it and doesn't seem to notice at all what you said under your breath.
Good. Yeah, he says that. And just continues to help him up, at least to the position he wants to be in.
You help him up. He seems to at least want to be, not exactly, if he can't be sitting, he wants to be at least propped.
Okay. You try and get him to do that at least.
You go ahead and roll a, this will be a fun one. Go ahead and roll a strength medical.
Okay. Oh,
Holy
fuck.
shit!
Damn.
You flip that motherfucker like a pancake.
Delicately, though, we can't injure him more.
No, you have the lightest touch as a feather.
Good.
You seem to aid him greatly. He pats your shoulder twice. Thanks.
Yeah, don't mention it.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, actually. But given this whole night, it just didn't seem like the right moment. He points at you again. Not accusatory, but like,
Yeah.
but just looking at you. I think I recognize you.
Well, you were in Sturgeon's Bay once.
Not Sturgeon's Bay. That was easy. Before that.
Before that.
Yeah. Took me a bit. The tattoos, it throws it off.
He, like, legitimately looks, like, confused, because not even he knows what he's talking about right now.
I'm gonna ask you to be straight with me here.
Yeah.
You ever part of a legal group?
Out of character, was it legal or illegal?
Illegal.
Illegal.
Okay.
You remember that notoriety?
Well, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that I was hearing the same thing that I thought I heard. He just looks at him. And he's just like, I have no reason to hide it. Yeah, I was.
Thought so. I knew it.
God damn it! Oh my god, I'm so happy you did that. Oh god.
Years ago, the case went cold. But holy shit! Chill the fuck out, Kareem. What?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
He's attacking me, officer.
Kareem is losing his shit.
You didn't know it.
These went cold. While we were tracking this group of mercs. Then one day they just disappeared. It was this real edgy name.
Yeah. You can tell that just from like his body language alone, he knows this.
So you're one of the still functioning members of Blood Moon.
Well, yeah. Well, not a thing anymore.
What'd you say?
He said, it's not really a thing anymore.
No, it's disappeared. I found a couple bodies here. There. People didn't make it, but we never had actual case files. It was like the members never existed.
Sure, you could just shit on my younger, edgier self. That's fine. I understand. I hate that part of myself too. I get it.
Meme like it's the entirely serious, hard-boiled tone.
Honestly, yeah.
It's so good.
He's just like, well, yeah, the whole thing kind of was internal. What happened?
That group was responsible for...
The death of my partner?
No.
Please say the death of my
Please say
Get out of here! In a gallery!
They killed my wife.
No.
Then he fucked my wife.
my wife.
It was
They
one
killed
night.
my-
Then it
I don't
turned out he
know. I
was
don't
my
know.
wife.
Oh god, there's detective tropes all over the chat. Get them out. Get them out.
So many.
He killed her with my wife.
So Abners.
And then they kicked me off the force for being a loose cannon
Stop! They will kick people from call.
because I was also my wife.
Killed my wife with my wife. They made my wife watch.
And then they wouldn't let my wife be my partner, so I was a loose cannon. phone
I
call.
had a son. Had.
We might killed my
Oh my
wife
god,
with
I'm
my
gonna lose the train of
might
thought to
have-
do this.
we killed my wife with my wife. We might have had a versatile poly whatever relationship.
So, to bring it back around,
So his wife
They
was
were-
a diamond.
they
You're
were
off the force,
responsible.
damn it. Your wife is a loose cannon.
Talk here. Seriously, kid anyway.
You saying, Shark?
So to your train of thought, Abner was saying like, oh, you were part of a group that were responsible for.
Oh, okay. I'm responsible for countless assassinations of important figures. Political, corporate.
You're
What?
like that whole thing because I did not catch like any of it.
They were responsible for assassinations of many important people. Political, corporate, you name it. Though I'm sure you know that already.
Yeah, it's a part of my whole past that I don't really like to remember.
How did they get members? How did they not exist?
I don't. You must have been fucking thorough because
You can't.
Yeah,
You can't not know. You were in it.
I need to roll to remember how this worked.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll an intelligence composure if you want. Otherwise, you
Okay.
just have it.
What was that again?
Well, you can just have it. Either one. It's up to you.
I mean, I don't fucking know. Ugh. So he would just be like, I wasn't the one who dealt with that. So I didn't know.
Who did deal with it? He takes a puff of his cigarette.
Can't remember his name, but he kind of acted as the quote-unquote leader. He does like air quotes with his single hand of that.
What was your position?
He just kind of like he looks at him and he's just like, what I was doing out there with that gun out there, getting rid of all those hedge beasts that were around us. Think about that, but on people. Didn't do it as much as some other people did, but I didn't really. There's only one.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
No,
After?
he said there was only one.
Only one before. What was before only one, though?
He didn't do that. The whole the whole like assassination thing. He didn't do it a whole lot as other people did, but and then he said that, and then
There was only one.
yeah, he said there was only one.
Say for criminals. First major crime is the one that always sticks with them.
Oh yeah, that would have been it. I remember that they had this whole fucking thing to try and get me to at least be able to function with them.
You didn't
I
want to
could-
be with them?
It's not that I didn't want to be. I mean, I didn't. I was literally contributing nothing to them, and they knew that. Guess what they tried to do is, I don't know, try and fucking desensitize me or something? I don't know. Looking back on that whole thing, I don't get any of it.
So you tried to run.
I wouldn't say I tried to run. I just... Where would I have gone? That's what... Yeah, there was nowhere really for me to go.
And how'd you end up here?
Well, that's a story. Wandered into a town, and well, this one. Before that, I ran into somebody who offered to give me a place to stay for that night. And at the time, I thought, why not? Beats being outside. So I took it. I went along with it. And turns out she wasn't all that she seemed to be. Kind of like points to like the two little bite marks on his neck that are probably still scarred over.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, she was a vampire. Whether you believe that or not is up to you. But
Some guys say a lot of chicks are vampires.
he honestly just stops right where he was on his train of thought. Like, he honestly doesn't know how to respond to that one. Oh, okay. Anyways. Yeah. She... that. And... I went to go leave the hotel, and I found, well, what was left of her. And I also found him, and he points towards Helling's office. Kind of brought me back here. Didn't really have anywhere else to go to after that. And, well,
He's the one that did her in.
yeah.
Bunch of criminals we all hear.
Well, it is a criminal organization.
He kind of stares at you for a moment.
We forgot to tell him that.
This was the best way to introduce him to the concept.
What?
We are criminals here.
Every single one of you is a criminal.
I shouldn't say everyone is. Nobody is. Not everybody here is a criminal.
If you're part of a criminal organization, then you are, by all rights, I would say, a criminal.
Alright. He looks like he's trying to fucking, trying to fucking find words to try and deflect this from what it is. And he ends up just being like, alright. You know who Theo is?
I got a real memory. Or my dice will roll forever. That's fine.
I was literally... It was either between Nat or Theo, honestly, and Henderson. It was the three of them, because they had, like, the worst fucking experience.
Yeah, I know which one's Theo. Small, square.
That's really the two things he remembers about Theo.
He fucking raises, like, both his eyebrows.
I am also adding in the I don't know. I don't think I'm adding the couldn't hurt a fly.
The
but
red-headed kid.
We're leaving it in the. This is all Abner's internal exposition.
We're saying.
Not all of it, but some of it.
What's he doing with his life?
All the wife bullshit is gone. But no.
I'm really kind of the kind of guy you'd see at your local bank.
Oh my god!
That's definitely in there.
Yeah.
He's the smallest.
He looked like a good kid, but looks can be deceiving.
He's too on point with this right now.
This is fucking crazy. Let's just get back to this.
Did you take that from the small happy square, tall nervous stick?
I honestly just said the first two things that came to mind when I thought Theo.
His eyebrows, like he said, square, like he doesn't fucking see that. He's just like, well, now that you know who he is, he had a hell of a time getting here. Basically, in the course of a few days, had his life completely ruined. Of circumstance, it's not like he wanted it to happen. And if you actually know him, he would dare do anything like that.
And yet he's still here.
It's not like he has a choice to go back home.
Seems like there's a lock-in policy.
I mean, he had a run with a doppelganger. It basically took his identity from him.
Someone is stealing his identity.
Give up, Tomo.
He's debating it, honestly. Like, he's not gonna get anything past him because he's gonna fucking deny everything he tells him.
The important part is how his best friend got all fucked up and now his family thinks he's dead.
Yeah, he was gonna get to that, but Abner keeps shutting him down.
Blocked.
I'm gonna keep fucking going, though, because god damn it, you need to fucking listen to me. He's like, I don't know how much of this you're gonna believe. You need to ask anyone else here because they're gonna give you the same story,
Uh-huh.
but that doppelganger not only it basically took his identity, it completely messed up one of his friends to the point to where he's not even in the same mental state anymore. And we didn't really have a choice but to, I don't know. Out of character, does everybody know what happened to Doppelganger Theo?
They should know it's dead.
Okay,
That's common knowledge.
okay.
From what Abel was saying, I think we have a fairly good idea.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, and he's just like the doppelganger's dead now, but it completely ruined Theo's life.
His friend.
Oh, fucking
His
bad.
name wouldn't happen to be Abel McConaughey, would it?
Fucking hell, Abner. Son of a bitch. I don't want to tell him! I don't want to tell him!
Impenetrable.
Honestly, in Tomo's current state, with how he is with fucking information, he probably doesn't give a shit. So he's just like, yeah. I think the next question I'm gonna ask
Alright.
is, how do you know about Abel?
Take the puff. A couple months ago, we were doing our investigation and had detoured us to the library. One of the computers there in the history, someone had been looking up news reports of an incident in Boston.
Good job, Theo.
And there was no mentions of doppelgangers. There's mentions of an Abel McConaughey committing first-degree murder.
Well, I'm gonna keep sounding like a broken record, but I'm gonna tell you what really happened. You don't have to believe me, but everyone else here will tell you the same story. Because it's what happened. You're not gonna find anything on the doppelganger outside of Cardians, because it's supernatural. And like I said, that doppelganger it stole Theo's identity. Not right down to his appearance. And if anyone looked at him, they would have thought it was Theo. And so, that doppelganger was absolutely terrorizing Abel, it looks like. And you can probably see that having everyone at every turn denying what you saw, what he saw, you can see how that would start to drive someone that far. Even though that doppelganger was...
I don't know how far you're getting. Just
No, I don't
Okay.
either, but he's still going because he wants to at least get that out there. So if Abner wants to fucking investigate it, he can literally talk to any one of us who was in that cell, and they'll tell him the same thing.
Watch as if he asks Lemons, oh, that murderer?
Yeah. Yeah, Lemons is just like, oh yeah, him.
Look. I appreciate your conviction, and I'm currently working in the... Shakes the flash slightly. A little harder to try and understand your point of view.
Just fucking like squints like in defeat because like literally nothing he said just fucking worked. I'm not defending him if that's what you think I'm doing. Because there's no sugarcoating it. The guy's a little nuts. And you can't really justify killing someone who looked like his best friend.
Didn't. That wasn't Abel. Already
Wait,
murdered the
Abner
doppelganger.
absorbs information.
Fucking... From what people said...
Yeah, Toma wasn't at that meeting, so...
Already said it in, like, the fucking cell.
It's hard for me to get past the fact that you all readily seem to disregard the fact that it's just seemingly natural to be part of the crime syndicate. But it's alright because doppelgangers and gargoyles and what else was there?
Trust me, there's a lot more to this world than you think there is. It's just underneath your nose, and now that you've seen it,
I haven't seen anything.
Then what did this to you last night? If it was nothing, then how did you almost die last night? Are you telling me you sprouted wings yourself and dropped yourself on that roof?
That's just equally improbable.
Well?
There's gotta be an explanation. Something.
Yeah. The explanation is this. It was a gargoyle.
This, and emotions, a big circle, is crazy.
Yeah. It is. And I'm not telling you to be immediately believe that. I'm not telling you to believe everything you see immediately, because, to be fair, you're not going to. But you need to understand that there's more here than just. There's more here than what you think there is. You're going to start noticing more and more that a lot more stuff that you don't believe is going to start popping up now that you see it. It's not going to go away now.
We'll see. Because I am not going to believe shit until I do see something.
Well, you're definitely going to see it.
You've promised me this several times already.
Because I'm telling you what's out there. And you're gonna have to you're gonna have to accept that fact that this world is a whole lot bigger than what you think it is. So many things you don't see. you don't know about because we make sure you don't know about it, and he kind of does a motion to like the suit, like his card suit. Everyone knew about this. It would be a lot worse. Try and keep.
It's a playing card.
You're right, but we're also
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
said, oh, yeah, you're right, but you were also given one.
He winces and shuffles about in his coat pocket and pulls out the card he has for the 2 of spades.
Yeah. You're a part of this group now. Part of our team specifically. Who knows? I certainly don't. But what I know for sure is this. Wherever you go now, you're gonna start seeing a whole lot more shit you would never have thought you would see in your life.
He squints. Alright, well then how about this? Since I'm stuck here a while, and I'm in no position to report anyone to the police, considering I'm part of your group. Yes.
And he kind of like raises an eyebrow at what he was saying.
He offers his flask towards you. Let's make a bet.
What are we betting?
You're so convinced these things exist, and that I'll be seeing something soon. And I don't think I'm going to ever see Jack. Let's give it to... What's fair? Beginning of March.
Alright.
$20, I see nothing.
Alright. $20 if you do.
Deal. He continues holding the flask out for you.
Accepts and takes a drink. And hands it back to him.
Nods and finishes off this fucking flask because who cares about health?
He after he does that, he's just like, you really shouldn't be doing that, putting alcohol in your system.
I shouldn't be part of a crime syndicate that believes in fairy tale creatures.
You're right. You shouldn't. But that's the nature of what happened.
And if that's the nature of what happened, then the nature of this, and he raises the flask, is going here. And he taps his stomach.
Wait. Excuse me?
He's gonna drink all he fucking wants, mate!
You what, mate?
My god, Abner. Fuck. Alright. Amazing. Just like,
Also deals off if anyone spikes my drink.
nobody's gonna spike your drink.
We'll see.
God. That was out of character.
How was it?
Oh my god, that was out of character.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
That nobody's gonna spike your drink was in character.
Yeah.
God. That's a good place to end this.
Yeah.
So much
Fade
trash,
to black.
So little time.